Hi, I'm Grandpa Gary, and I just got here, and today we're going to do the maiden flight of the new Arrows RC F4U-4 Corsair, and this is 1100mm with flaps, retracts, and lights, all for under $250. I can't believe it. And I appreciate all you guys giving your guys' suggestion on which one of the Arrows warbirds to order, and so we have it here and it's ready to go. Everything looked really good. It had 4 screws to hold the wing, which comes in one piece, and then horizontal stabilizers, a little bit of glue, and of course the antennas and pitot tube. You glue those on, you drop in your receiver, and everything's ready to go. Man, this thing was so quick to build, and yeah, I'm with you. I hope this thing flies as good as the Bearcat. I have it loaded up with a 3S 3400 milliamp hour battery. It just barely fit in there. I had to take the Velcro straps out of there and just put a Velcro strip down to stick it to. And yeah, I think that's enough talk. Let's get this thing in the air and see how it goes. This thing, I really like the way it went together. It was very, very smooth. I do have it loaded up with Spectrum AR630 receiver, just like the Bearcat, and I'm running 30% expo on high-end low rates. Got the low rates set at I think 60%, and of course high rates at 100%, and the rudder 100% all the time. Let's go one click on the flaps, and the wind's coming from that way just a little bit right this minute. I'm gonna give it just a touch of up elevator, and we'll ease into this, get it rolling. That was pretty smooth. Putting the flaps up. We'll get it back this direction before I raise the gear so you guys can see it. Boy, that is feeling. There's the gear went up. Looks good. I'm about half throttle, and it is carrying very nicely. I did set up a safe mode. It is not on, because I like, especially on the Maiden, I like to have a little more control. I learned that the hard way with my Arrows F15, but man, this feels like I've been flying it. It feels just like the Bearcat. Let's see. Yep, I was in high rates, so we'll just leave it in high rates. Oh. Man, I don't know what to say. It feels really good. I got that 3400 up in the nose as far as I could. A few people made comments about if I got the F4U, I need to add some weight. I think it's balanced about perfect with that battery, just like the Bearcat. Same battery that I use with it. I did give it just a touch of down elevator there, but man, I have not messed with any trim, no sub trim, nothing. This feels perfect. It's incredible how good this feels. Let's do a high-speed pass since everything feels good. Oh my goodness. So on 3S power, this feels like it's got a little more go to it than the Bearcat did. And I don't know when or whatever, but this does say on the box that it's a version 2, so I don't know when they switched to a version 2, how new that is, but you can see it is doing really good. Wow. Little power, let's take it up into the loop. Nice. Goodness. I couldn't ask for much better Maiden so far. This feels very natural. I don't know what else to say, man. It's incredible. I love it. With any one of these little warbirds, though, it's a bit of a risk with the landing, so we'll see how that ends up. I did set the timer for about 5 minutes. I don't know if we want to wait that long or not. I think it's probably pretty safe with the bigger battery in there. I love the way those drop tanks look under there. I don't know of any other airplanes that have two central drop tanks. It looks really cool. There's the gear. I did notice that one of them seems to operate a little bit quicker than the other, or if you're a negative person, one of them's a little bit slower than the other. Either way, they both came down. That's what matters. And it does look like we're going to use the flaps to slow it down a little bit. So on this turn, I'll kick the flaps on. There we go, full flaps. Cutting the throttle back to about quarter. Actually cut it completely. Oh. So it says I still had a minute on the timer. That landing was a little rough. Of course, it was my first time trying to land this. So let's go back to mid-rate or takeoff flaps. Take it down here just a little bit, and we'll line it up for a takeoff again. All right, here we go. Another takeoff. Let's try landing it with takeoff flaps, just to see if I can smooth it out some. Well, all right, one more try, guys. Let's taxi back down this way just a little bit. That's probably enough. Doesn't seem to be taking a lot to take off, just like the Bearcat. It is rolling to the left just a hair bit on that takeoff. And here we go, full flaps again. Try to slow it down still. Yeah, I tell you what, I almost feel like I need some up elevator, which seems weird. I've not done that. I've heard people say that sometimes that's needed with flaps. Almost always down elevator with flaps, but this one almost feels like it needs up elevator mixed in. We're gonna call it a day today, and we'll try this again maybe tomorrow. But we're on the ground 3 times successfully. A few little hops. But very, very fun airplane to fly, guys. And still had 14 seconds on the 5-minute timer. I got a feeling I'm probably still have at least half the battery left. And it's a good little airplane. And man, it went together easy. It's definitely worth the 229 or whatever it is. I believe it was under 250 for sure. And yeah, very happy with it. And get out here and not too much wind, and of course it's not sunny, but the weather is pretty agreeable for a maiden today, and for that, big thanks to the Lord. Guys, I appreciate all your guys' support. If you haven't done it yet, please subscribe, hit that notification bell, give me that thumbs up, and leave some great comments. And until tomorrow, I'm Grandpa Gary, and I just got here.